This podcast is produced by OnPod, a video content studio near you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're here with Zaid Darwazeh. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
I'm excited to get into it, so let's just dive in. For listeners who want to start a business, what's your advice on finding the right niche where you can add real value?
Yeah, I'd say one big thing, a lot of people don't do this, is they go in and they work on their product for a year or their service for a year. And then they see, okay, like, is there market demand? Like, is it going to sell well? So what I always say is like, flip that. Start off with testing market demand. Maybe run some ads, see if anyone's interested in your product or service. If you do get some interest, great, you can go ahead, talk to some business owners in that field. So yeah, that's a big thing. Another thing for people who want to start, I feel like if you go into something you're kind of familiar with or have some experience in, it just makes it a lot easier to like push through the hard times. So yeah, those are like the two main things I'd say.
For sure. So you're saying that even if someone isn't completely passionate about something, as long as the analytics are there, usually you'll probably get to where you want to go in terms of sales and revenue?
Yeah, like both paths work here. If the data is there, then yeah, it'll work. But it's more about, are you going to be motivated enough to continue working, even if, you think it's going to succeed, but do you have the effort to put in like a whole year worth of work before it succeeds? And that's where passion and like experience comes in. So it's really up to you, like how motivated you are. But yeah, market research, number one, like you got to validate your idea, see where there's money being pulled in.
Nice. And you would say the best kind of course of action would be to run ads first, or is there something that you find using works better than other things?
Yeah, so it depends on what your product or service is. So if you're selling an item, like it's something you've kind of wanted to design and you haven't gone into designing it yet, then yeah, run some ads like, hey, this is what it is. Would you be interested in something like that? If your product's more of a service, then call a business owner. It's like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. Would this be beneficial for your business? That's kind of what I did to get this started. I just went around business owners. Okay, like, what do you want in automation, AI? Like, where do you find you need the most? And they're all like, yeah, I just want more leads. I'm like, okay, that kind of gave me the direction there.
Beautiful. Yeah. So leading right into it, you're the founder of VenueFlow AI. What inspired you to launch? I guess you just gave us the answer there. You were basically cold calling. That takes a lot of grit and a lot of, willingness to take no for an answer.
Yeah, you're going to get turned down a lot.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you spot the gap in the wedding venue industry?
Yeah. So what kind of got me into it first is I do like work in automation a bit. And I was interested in AI as AI was kind of like coming up and booming. Like, hey, like I want to do something in that field. And my friend recently started like doing social media for a wedding venue owner. He's like, yeah, I can connect you and like see what he thinks. So I'm like, okay. I pitched him my idea and he's like, yeah, this is amazing. Like, I'd love to get this done. I'm like, okay, there you go. So yeah, that's mainly what helped me get started.
Cool. Okay. So looking back to that, what was the very first step that you took to kind of get everything off the ground? And what would you do differently, if anything, if you started doing it today?
Yeah. So first step I took, again, like I kind of followed the own advice I said at the start. It's like I found a client first, then I worked that way. So I saw the demand first and then I'm like, okay. One thing I did, like I do differently for sure, is after I found that client and like, okay, there's demand for this, I kind of went into like perfectionism mode. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to build a CRM. I'm going to have a calendar that he can put in any venue because he owned multiple venues. And like, he can put in any venue and book in any tours there and have the wedding information there. And, it'll like be this big thing. And in the end, like it took me so long to like figure out everything. I'm like, okay, like, why am I doing that? He just wants that one thing. So you kind of need to not worry too much about everything being perfect. Okay, let's focus on what he wanted, which is saving time and getting some more clients in. And did that, delivered it to him, loved it, kind of worked on the rest of the stuff and added it on as we went along.
Nice. Yeah, I guess that's the main thing. Perfectionism really paralyzes you sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Plus, if you only need to do one thing, you can always build on it after. But, if you have a vision to do all these things, it's probably you want to get it all out of the way. You want to write it all down and do it all now. But yeah, I can see how a lot of people would get, I'm sure it's a very common thing to get stuck in.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you need your MVP, you don't need the whole product ready, just the minimal viable product.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Mhm.
For those of us who didn't know MVP,
That's where the tech background comes in.
yeah, nice. Love it. Okay, so you built AI-powered lead nurturing systems that instantly engage potential clients. How can small business owners start exploring AI without getting too overwhelmed?
Yeah, and that's a big thing because there's just so much out there. Like even when I was trying to get into AI, I'm like, what do I do? Like, what even is AI? And I'd say the main thing you want to do is see how it can provide value to your systems first. So you want to map out your systems.
Mhm.
Okay, we got this for lead acquisition. We got this for follow up. We got, whatever business you're running, map out your systems and then work from there. Like, okay, AI could take this over. Maybe automation can take this part. Once you have that, then you can look at what AI tools you can incorporate into your business. So instead of the other way around of looking at all the tools and all the AI and just being like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the blueprint down.
Yeah, exactly. Like you need to have a good idea of what your systems are currently.
Nice. Okay, so what are the most common mistakes business owners or businesses make when trying to automate their sales and lead generation?
Yeah, I'd say some like just kind of go all in and just automate everything. And it's like, no, you still need that human touch, right?
Yeah.
So you need to leave space for human touch and leave the automation for like the repetitive tasks and the crucial stuff like closing a deal. Keep that for human touch. Another thing is you want to track your automation, your ROI really. Like you want to track what's going on. You don't want to just implement automation or AI into your business and not see if it's working well or the customer's liking it. Is it increasing my revenue? Like if you're not tracking, then you're not going to have an idea of did it work well or not.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the human can come back into it and kind of reiterate the things that are going well. And if it's kind of going haywire on some things that it's not supposed to be doing, do you find that happens?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it depends on where you want to put an AI versus just to automate things. You can do a lot to limit AI hallucinating. And yeah, that's why you don't keep it at like the crucial parts.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If someone listening has zero tech background, probably me, what's the simplest AI automation tool they could try to save time right away?
Yeah. One that I really like is it's called make.com.
Okay.
And it makes AI automation like kind of like plug and play. Like you just drag in whatever modules you want. Like you can put in like a Gmail module and now make it anytime you see an email come in, it can lead to ChatGPT and can like draft a reply for you. So you can do a lot of pretty cool stuff with it. Yeah.
God, wow.
Yeah. And that'll take you like, no joke, it'll take you like an hour or two to set up. So, and it'll save you like tens of hours a day or a week,
No, for sure.
So make.com is a very good one. And there's a lot of YouTube tutorials that'll walk you through it. Like they'll hold your hand, like do this exactly. And you can just follow it, set it up within like 10 minutes.
Wow. The internet really takes away our need to think at all.
Yeah.
Who needs a brain, right?
Honestly, it's over now. But yeah, another one, like you can find tools that already have AI in them. Like, so you don't even need to build it out. Like, I don't know if this AI really is more automation, but Calendly, it's like a booking system. And you got a client that books a call with you and it just automates the follow-up instead of you having to follow up a week in advance and like 3 days and 1 day. So it would just do that for you. And if you have a lot of meetings, then it's saving you hours per week.
Yeah, and we're all forgetful, so it really takes some stress off the shoulders, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice. So you've helped venues increase bookings by up to 40%, which is awesome. What strategies made the biggest difference in reaching that result?
Yeah, I think number one is a lot of venues are not running ads. So the number one, if you're not running ads, run ads. Like try it out. You'll probably have some level of success there. I've found meta ads to work the best. That's Facebook and Instagram. And Google works pretty well too. It's just a bit more expensive. So it's always a starting ground. Start with Meta, I say. Number two is not just running the ads isn't usually enough. So you want to have like a compelling offer, make some really good ad creatives that would sell. And number three, landing page. So that one almost no one does. They run ads, it works to a sense, but they just kind of direct the leads to their website. What you want to do is you want to direct them to a landing page. And this landing page will be like designed in a way that's made to get the leads to convert. And that's very different than what you would have on your typical website, which includes a lot of slippage. And what slippage is, it's basically like places where whoever's visiting your website can kind of just lose track of the goal, start to wander off and do other things.
Yeah.
Whereas a landing page is just very tailored to your offer.
Yeah, absolutely. They're right there in what they came to be there for.
Exactly. And the final step I'd say to that is once they sign up through the landing page, you need automation kicking right away. Because if you get to a client within the first 5 minutes of them signing up, you 21x your chance of landing them. So it's a crazy stat, but it's true. And like a lot of studies has been done on that.
Yeah, don't give people any time to think. Like if they thought they had the need for it, just act on it right away, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so how do you help venue owners or small business owners understand the value of ROI tracking?
Yeah, well, the main thing really is if you're not tracking, you're not growing. So you have no idea what's going on if you're not tracking a lot of things. So for example, if you made a change, let's say you installed the automation for like lead acquisition, and that's it. It runs for a couple months. You don't know if it really worked or not, but if you're tracking, like, oh, like my revenue went up by 10% this month. And what did I do? Oh, I did this. So tracking helps in that sense. It also helps, if something didn't work, if you're like getting this many people clicking on an advertisement, let's say you're like getting 100 every month. 1 month you change the ad, and now you're getting 50 per month. Then it's like, okay, I did something wrong. So you really need to track a lot of these metrics.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a point where I would say if you're running an ad and you're getting a certain amount of people, do you recommend changing it every so often just in case you are? Because they say don't fix what's not broken, but sometimes you're not optimizing what you're putting out there. Do you recommend changing things if just to see if there's more room for growth?
I recommend testing things. So if something's working, keep it, add more, test other creatives, test other offers. Maybe they work better. You focus your money there. If they don't work better, then just keep what's already working. So you can never go wrong with testing.
So keep the main one, try a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you want to avoid ad fatigue too. So if you have the same ad showing for like years, and if you're a local company, then at some point, everyone's going to have seen that ad. Yeah. So you still want to put in new ads as well.
For sure. You got people rolling your eyes at this point. You got to keep it fresh, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay. So what's your process for balancing a tech startup with actually building human relationships in the sales cycle?
Yeah, so you need the human touch. Like it's crucial. So what I always tell like my clients, like keep the human touch. You need to keep that at certain points. So automation is good, but what I say is, so the second a lead signs up, you want to call them. If you call them, that's like the most human touch you can get, and that'll get them to like convert much higher. So I build out an automation that, okay, once a lead signs up, it sends all the information for the lead to my client. Then my client will get a call from my automation, and if he answers it and it connects him to the lead, which it calls the lead as well, and it just kind of connects them together. So it's a way to like get them to call right away.
Yeah. So it's like call screening. So now they have that thing. If you call someone, so it's not a scammer or something automated, press 1 to get through to the actual customer, something like that. That's so smart. So it actually could, because you do lose a lot of people. Even if you are sending leads and you're sending out the same message every time, like you can kind of tell to a certain point if it's not personalized. Does AI can you make it more personalized to every client, or like, is that possible? Or are you just kind of sending that one same message? Yeah,
you can personalize it like for the venue. So usually initial text, we keep to automation, not AI, because initial texts are usually the same. Like, oh, thanks for signing up. Here's like your offer. Here's whatever. And it just follows up like, hey, just checking in. Hey, when do you want to book a tour? And keeps going until they reply. Once they reply, this is where we have like two things. I recommend if the venue has the capacity, then they take the lead on. They talk to them, they call them, they text them, but some don't. Like some are running pretty busy and they just want like automation, AI to do everything. So once they reply, if the venue doesn't have the capacity, then I can let AI answer them. So if they say like, oh yeah, I'm interested in touring December 7th. Are you available then? AI can go in, check the calendar. Oh, we have availability at 2 and 4 p.m. and whatnot, and reply to them. And a lot of the times they ask questions that are on the website or questions that venue owners would have answered like hundreds of times. Like, oh, what's your capacity? Oh, like, are you available then? I want to do my wedding that day. Is there availability? So AI can go in and check all of that and do these answers for you. So that's where it can save you like 10, 15 hours a week.
That's amazing. So it's like a chatbot at that point. Like it can kind of go through, answer the FAQs, and then, you know, that's great for someone who's super busy like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just feed the chatbot, you'd feed it the information about the venue, and it learns from that and answers the leads.
We love algorithms. That's great.
Yeah.
Nice. Running your own agency. Okay. That's a big shift from working a 9 to 5. Yeah. What's been the most surprising lesson in entrepreneurship so far?
I'd say it's the uncertainty of it, because when you first start out, you're working so hard and you're probably working longer hours than you would in a 9 to 5. And you just don't know, okay, is it going to work? Am I going to get paid for this? Mm-hmm. So the uncertainty of it not working is probably the hardest part.
Yeah, that and like getting stabbed in the chest every day when something doesn't go right. And you kind of have to recalibrate and kind of fix it all the time.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's definitely not for the faint of heart. But I feel like once you figure out what works for you, things start to get easier. It's all about the trial and error, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I've had a couple ventures so far that I've tried, like the entrepreneurial side. I've done e-commerce stores. I've done lead gen for HVAC companies. So I've tried a couple of things I like this. Let me stick with this for a while.
Nice. So sometimes you just got to fine tune it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good. What challenges did you face convincing like a traditional business, like a wedding venue, to trust automation? Yeah.
So some are like right away, they're like, yes, please. but some are like, no, I don't trust it. I don't want no automation or AI. And to that I say, I'm like, okay, like what we do is like, we kind of set up a completely separate source of income. So like you can keep running your system like however way you want it to. And we can run our system in parallel and see how it works. You like it, you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. And really, like we do focus on human touch a lot too. So with the calls, with the tours, you're still getting a lot of human touch with the leads that are coming in. So it's a matter of like showing them, okay, one, it really replies just like a human would. Like it's a lot of the times you would say these same things. 2, it's not that different than what's already working. 3, you can keep what's working and just kind of add it on.
That's, like we said before, don't fix what's broken, but just add something, try it out. And that's the nice thing about AI, right? Like it's taking over creative jobs. So don't worry about it, just sounding like a robot, because it's not. It has so much data that it's working off of to actually get people what they need to get. So
yeah. And now one important thing too is like a human can never work 24/7. Yeah. And you have limitations there. Like if you're only getting calls, if you're only answering calls between 9 and 5, then what if someone's interested and wants to book at like 7 p.m? You can have an AI answer that and kind of book them in a tour. Same for texts. So kind of works 24/7. So there's that as well.
Yeah, people are so big on boundaries now that it's like you don't want to work outside your hours.
Yeah.
Reduce burnout. Sorry to interrupt if you were going to.
No, that's all.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry. If a listener wanted to launch their own service business tomorrow, what are 3 things they should focus on first to succeed? Yeah.
Like I said at the start, you want to validate your idea, like talk to business owners and, okay, like, would you benefit from this? I'd say give out free trials when you're just starting. Kind of give out like a month-long free trial and just to see like, hey, does it work? And I'm like, okay, it worked. Now I can charge for this.
Yeah.
So that's another way to like get your first client. That's really the hardest part. 3 is, again, perfectionism. What is the saying? It's like perfectionism is the enemy of progress. So don't try so hard to get everything like fully right. If you're 80% of the way there, you're ready, like launch, go ahead, try to find a client.
I guess a big thing too is that a lot of people, they're afraid of failure to an extent.
Yeah.
So it's really good to be able to see what's not working and take that. Like it's like a self-criticism. Like it's okay to be wrong sometimes. You just got to move on and do it the right way. Like try as hard as you can to get to that end point.
Yeah, 100%. That's huge.
Yeah. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for AI in small businesses over the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah. So I've looked a good bit into that, and I do think the biggest opportunity right now is like really like lead nurture and follow up. Businesses spend so much time following up with leads. Sorry. Yeah, they spend a lot of time following up with leads, and that can save them like 10 to 20 or depending on how many you get, like hours per week. So yeah, like an SMS automation, email follow-ups. I think that's huge. Chatbot on a website any small business can get that, and they're not that expensive and can help save you a lot of time and get you more clients. You know, it looks pretty professional. You got a chatbot answering everything. Yeah, I think that's like the main thing for like the next 2 or 3 years.
For sure. I love this concept because everybody hates generating leads, I think. Like, for one, you have to deal with that constant rejection. And, you know, this is just a way to keep doing what you're doing, but then add something else to kind of get more out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. How can entrepreneurs avoid chasing every new shiny tool instead of focusing on what actually grows their business?
Yeah, that's a big one, because every day, like, some crazy new app comes out and can do all this for you. And like, what do I do? But I think mainly you want to like find one that works for you, incorporate it into your systems, and just stick with it for like the next couple of years. And then you can reassess, like, is something better come up on the market? Because you don't want to like spend 3 months incorporating it into your systems and then, oh, you find a better one. You're like, okay, let me switch. And you spend another 3 months and you don't really get value out of it if you're constantly switching. So if it's working, it's doing well, keep it. And then maybe year or two, and you can reassess and see if there's any other systems that can do what you incorporated better. Yeah,
it definitely takes time to tweak things, I think, as well. Like, I think there's so much that these services are offering. Sometimes we don't actually delve in exactly how to use them properly. So make sure that you try it. It's not a user error at that point. You actually made sure that it worked or didn't work.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Nice. Is there any, this one's for the podcast. Is there any one person that kind of changed your life trajectory?
Honestly, I'd say it's like my parents, really. Yeah, I feel like they've guided me pretty well growing up. And my dad is a big inspiration too. You know, he did his like PhD in engineering, and, you know, he's a pretty hard worker. So I kept going down that route. I'm like, okay, well, let's achieve same levels of success and just, you know, like follow in that footsteps.
So you have an engineering degree and then you followed entrepreneurship.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Was there any other entrepreneurs in your family, or?
No, most of them like just kind of went down the career path. So, but I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset. So I'm like, I really want to start my own thing. And I did follow like the normal path for a while, like, you know, graduated, finished engineering, did my co-op, worked for a while. And, but I'm like, it's about time to step out of my comfort zone and, you know, spend a bit more time. So if I'm working 9 to 5 at my job, then like 5 to 9, I'm working on the business. That's the only way to do it here.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a lot of effort to launch something new, but I like the way that you look at things and approach things. Like, a lot of people will take something that they know they want. Doesn't mean not everyone else wants it too. So if you look at what is demanded, then you can actually fill that supply, even if you're not fully passionate about it. Just be prepared to do the hard work. I really like your approach. Yeah, no, exactly. So thanks so much for being here today, Zaid. And everybody, check out VenueFlow. Yeah. Nice, love it. Awesome. No, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.